Hey everyone, Last Word with Naya podcast. We're back with you today, back in the East Village. I was just out here a few weeks ago, if you guys remember, and my guest was BWell. So we're back out here at the Contrary, and we're doing a real episode this time. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you as well. So there's so much about the Contrary that I want to learn about.
Okay.
This aesthetic is amazing, but let's just start with the simple stuff, like the simple intros. You do music, you do poetry, and you own the Contrary. So tell me a little bit about that.
I owe a lot of it, if not all of it, to hip hop music and just my love for performance art, music, sound, all of the things. And, I think that's my love for hip hop is also studying the genre and watching how people diversify themselves in regards to entrepreneurship. And not even pivots, but I think just, again, like diversifying themselves. And once this opportunity presented itself, I knew I was in a position in which I could, take full advantage of it and hopefully do our best. And I had friends that managed other cocktail lounges around town, and they were the ones that kind of introduced me to like just cocktail culture.
Yeah.
And so whenever I would hop out of town, I would just kind of go and study other places and just, had admiration for the spots that already exist in Des Moines, but knew that I wanted a place that I wanted to just genuinely hang out at and that was comfortable for people that look like us. And so that kind of came about.
Yeah, when I was here last time, when I asked you about it, the quote that stuck with me was that you said you wanted a place that you wanted to hang out with with your friends.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Because everybody's like, oh yeah, I want a cute place to hang out with my friends, but you turned it into a reality.
Yeah, tried my best. Yeah.
Yeah, well, is it everything you imagined?
Yeah, I think it superseded my expectations.
Nice.
Yeah. So again, I knew I liked cocktails. I knew I didn't know the last thing about them. So called in about every favor that I knew that I could, and feel like it was like the Avengers. I just brought a lot of friends and very talented individuals to the table and asked a lot of questions. And yeah, it was divine timing,
Yeah.
I'm a God-fearing man. I believe in him. So I think it was all just was, aligned, hopefully. And I was trying my best to, do my best at the time that I was given and the opportunity that I was given. So.
Yeah, amen to that. Yeah, it's a unique space in Des Moines. And like you said, you've looked at other places and kind of derived the idea that you wanted. Like, what made you pick this place in the East Village?
I got my shot across the street at Willie's in 2013. I opened for Riff Raff, and then in 2014
Nice.
I opened for Kid Ink, and both of those performances like changed my life. And 2015 I got my first chance to do my first show over there, and kind of curate the whole set list and the whole night, and from there it was just I fell in love with performing, and I'd already had love for hip hop my whole life, but that was it was kind of serendipitous in this full circle moment. I came when this was 503 Drink Lab.
Oh, that's right.
So,
it was.
Yeah,
and so
in 2022, I got a chance to perform with the Des Moines Symphony, and afterwards, the conductor actually asked me to come to 503, and that was my first time in here. And so, it was weird to have it. I don't know, just again come full circle. I'd been here a few times after that to see like friends or other people perform, and I'd always loved the bones in the space, and once I caught wind that they weren't going to continue to be open, we made a call, and the rest was kind of history. So.
Yeah, and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are a unique space because it's so aesthetically pleasing, and then you bring in a DJ, right? You bring in DJs and have like events. Yeah. We did the Joppa experience here the last time, catering.
Shout out to Chrissy.
Yeah, shout out to Chrissy. She's amazing. So yeah, it's bigger and better than you imagined. Do you feel like you want to expand on that, and this is going to be like your only
Maybe.
baby, or you want to kind
Yeah,
of
I kind of feel
branch
like
out?
I'm not in a rush to have more children. I guess if that was the, in context of relating it to being a parent, I think I'm learning a lot as this being, our first child and ours in regards to the team. So, I'm more focused on just making sure the home base is good
Hmm.
as opposed to, I don't want to get greedy. I don't want to ask for too much or get too much on my plate that I can't handle because this place is special to me, and if it loses its its passion or its luster, then I feel like I dropped the ball. So
Mm.
just once once the team feels like, or once I feel like, or once we all feel like it's in a place that maybe we can entertain thoughts of expansion, then so be it. But right now, I'm very satisfied. So
That's good.
yeah,
That's
for sure.
good. A lot of people are like already onto the, like they don't take time to like be
Yeah, I appreciate
in
the
that
present.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
appreciate the present. Yeah, that's good. Um, and you have a whole team, like you said, so they're kind
Very
of
much
all they've built it with you
correct.
and helped you create this
Yeah,
into what it is. And yeah, I think that's awesome. Like usually when I ask people like, "What's your 5-year goal?" They're like, "Oh, I want to
yeah.
grow off of it."
No
And
idea. I don't know what I'm doing in 5 weeks.
I mean,
So yeah,
at least you're honest
yeah, for
about it. Everybody's
sure.
different.
Just trying really hard. That's all. And I'd wake up and try to do that every day. So
How do you juggle it all? Like this and like
and
doing
yoga,
music and yoga,
yoga, water, meditation. But yeah,
prayer.
no. In all
Yeah.
seriousness, I do think I've been going to yoga for probably the last 9, 10 years of my life, and I think it's very. I credit a lot of my centeredness or my groundedness to the fact that, like, regardless of what I'm going through, or turbulence, or any emotional
Yeah.
highs or lows, I feel like I'm able to stay very centered and hopefully make decisions based on logic as opposed to emotion. And I attribute a lot of it to that, of just being able to
Yeah.
stay steady and not get too heightened, not get too low, not get and just focus, and also not just, yeah, I think I'm a very, or was, at least in my adolescence and in my early professional years, very like control.
Yeah.
Very, I'm extremely OCD. That's not going anywhere. But like,
Same.
just
Yes.
in regards to I've kind of let go of the expectations, or like not even goals of my life. I've done things in my life that had nothing to do with my goal list,
Mm.
and so those blessings came out of nowhere. So I'm trying really hard to relinquish control
Yeah.
and expectation, I guess. And the more I do that, the more at peace I feel, the more present I feel, and I think the more joy that I just feel as a human. So
Yeah. You might have to teach me something about
yeah,
that because
so,
I'm
yeah.
I'm an OCD. I'm a
So
control
yeah, we all are,
person,
for sure.
and I like to be on top of things.
Yeah,
And if it's out of control, I feel like I've done something wrong
sure.
there. But
Yeah.
I will say, yeah, as I've gotten older, I definitely have learned to like a little bit like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. Like maybe just take a breath
Hmm.
and let things work out. And sometimes things work out better than if you would have been
Correct.
standing on top of it, micromanaging it.
Yep.
So where do you come up with all these ideas for the drinks? Is that the team? Is that
Yeah,
a
it's for
little bit
sure
of
the
you
team.
or yeah.
I I think one of my attributes as a leader is recognizing what I'm really good at and what I suck at. And like I know first and foremost that, like, I know what a good cocktail tastes like, but
Yeah.
I attribute everything to Ben, Moira, who's in Chicago now,
Mm.
and Devin, Mikhail, Jake, Dom in the kitchen, Hassan in the kitchen. Like,
Yeah.
I have extremely, extremely talented like friends. So putting them in a position, I just feel like a head coach. I make sports analogies all the time, like in our team
Yeah.
meetings, and I just kind of feel like Phil Jackson. I get to play with some of like the best basketball players that ever existed, and like they don't need to be told how to play basketball; they just
Right.
need a court to perform on. So
Yeah.
that's what I feel like the contrary is, and we all just kind of get to like succeed and win and lose together, and we're just in the same boat, and we're just trying to perform at the highest level that we can. So
That's good. That's good. Like to find a good leader is rare.
yeah,
A leader that can recognize the attributes of each member on the
for
team
sure.
and let them shine and push them a little bit
Yeah.
into like,
Absolutely.
hey, why don't you just try it out?
Yeah, for
See
sure.
what you think.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good. So, do you feel like you have a drink that is like that would describe Iowa, Des Moines, like that puts?
Yeah. Maybe we had like a corn infused one that was like called For the Table, and it was like a spicy like margarita riff that
Nice.
was. It kind of tasted like chips and salsa.
Ooh.
But I only say that because there was like corn involved, and it's Iowa. But yeah, I don't know. I would say that one or like
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, this is delicious, by the way. Shout out to Ben.
yeah.
This
The
is
shoe's so high.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
one.
it's
Yeah,
wonderful.
for sure.
It looks amazing. It tastes amazing. I love a good cocktail. There is an art to it,
Yeah, for
always.
sure. It's a
And
craft.
yeah,
It's a craft
yeah,
for
and
sure.
you can definitely tell. Like every time I've come in here, whoever's behind the bar making these cocktails knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that's obviously a reflection on you as well. That they're able to shine in
Yeah.
these places.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Um, do you feel like your music career, like doing music, is a little bit more like on the back burner compared to like now the contrary is more forefront, or do you feel like you do them both equally a little bit?
I think my love for it hasn't gone anywhere. I
Mm-hmm.
guess I think maybe like the grind element of like just doing shows and proving your worth and doing all these things, like maybe that's shifted.
Yeah.
But in regards to like I've been I've got an album or projects done that like I'm very like proud of. It's just more I used to seek validation out of the work that I was doing, and now it's more just like I want the energy or like soul exchange to be associated with the music. So
Yeah.
as opposed to it being result driven or needing validation, it's more like if I'm ready and wanting to do it, then so be it. But
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush. I still have so many aspects of music. Like we were just a part of Subtle Soundwave last Saturday,
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
so being able to even leverage my networks or my professional relationships to help friends navigate the industry or and still be a part and still be directly associated is like that's
Yeah.
just as important to me. So yeah, I don't know. I think I selfishly pursued hip hop, and like I don't ever want to tarnish that gift or act like it hasn't changed my entire life. I just don't want to
Yeah.
go to that well too many times if I don't feel genuine and I don't feel like it's the right time. So
That's good. That if it doesn't feel genuine, that
you gotta leave
there's
it alone.
yeah, you got to leave it alone. Because I think it's obvious with a lot of artists, musical artists, when it's forced, where you're just kind of being forced, or you feel like you feel like you have to put this out. And obviously, if you have a label that's pushing you, you're kind of just you've got some filler in there, and then you got maybe a song or two that's a bop, and then but I feel like with any art, like how do you feel about it, right? Like if you can't put your name behind it confidently and say that you feel good about it and it came from the soul, then it's not worth it.
For sure. Then you're just doing things to do them. I don't want to do that. It's not sincere.
Yeah. So with your music, like that's how I think I originally met you and kind of was in the same circles when I was hosting shows. Obviously, I still do, but I remember getting introduced to you and they were like, "Oh yeah, he does music and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Okay." And then like here we are years later, and I was like, I see you all over the place. I see you like getting awards and on stages everywhere. So like getting awards for the contrary of being like Des Moines' #1 cocktail bar. Like when you started this, did you feel like that was ever going to be? That wasn't a goal. You were just like, I'm making.
So I mean, everybody's. I mean, if you do something, hopefully you try and do it the best that you can. And I'd be a fool. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm like hyper and extremely competitive, but not in a hopefully not in a detrimental way and not in a way that it's directing all of my actions. I just want to be great, and so I just care a lot,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and I associate and partner and team with people that also care a shit ton. And so I think the results or the awards are just a byproduct of that. Of just, hopefully people appreciate what we're doing. But at the end of the day, if we feel satisfied, if we have a good time, I love being in here. So like, if I can check that box, and if I die tomorrow, like then I feel okay, about you know what was created, and hopefully I leave a legacy behind that can continue on way beyond myself. So
Yeah.
yeah, but no, I think it's just in the same with like music. I don't create music to win Grammys. It's cool to win them.
Right.
Everybody wants to go platinum and do. Of course, success is beautiful.
Yeah.
Anybody's a fool that says they don't want success. I think it's because they've never had
Correct.
it. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't sit up here and lie and act like I don't want that, or
Mhm.
humans don't. But I don't. I genuinely don't think that's why we do what we do. I think we just care a lot about the city. I think we want spaces that people can feel like themselves, show
Mhm.
up and take their mask off and just express themselves, and have a place where they can feel appreciated, feel seen,
Right.
get their little pictures off, have
Yes.
celebrate a birthday, or their mom's birthday, eat some good food, have laughs, share memories, and go
Mhm.
home safely. So
Yeah, it is definitely a place for everybody and everything. And like when I did the last little interview, and Christy and I were talking about that, it's such a monumental thing to be just a Black business owner in general, but to create a place that is literally exudes Black excellence and um, makes everybody feel welcome, no matter what color, no matter what you do or who you are. You can come in here and feel welcome. And obviously, yeah, get your pictures. They're going to be tea. Like the aesthetic is everything. So I have to just give you your props for that, because I remember
team effort for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I remember hearing about the Contrary and being like, "What? Where?" And they're like, "Over in the East Village."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I've been to every little cocktail bar
Yeah.
in the East Village." And then when I came here, I was like, "Okay, this is different than everything else in the East Village for sure." And for sure, when I come in, never fails. There's people stacked up getting their pictures and doing their selfies, and it's just a beautiful vibe. And you can tell that there's love and intention and like real thought that goes into the Contrary and the drinks and the aesthetic.
Yeah.
So props to you for that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What is a red flag drink that somebody orders? Like if they come in, like I was talking to Ben, and he told me some guy came in and ordered double vodka and it was gone before he could turn around and pay. So what is a drink that if somebody orders it, it's a red flag?
Vodka Red Bull.
I would say
Just
that.
John, what are you trying to say it for? I don't like,
Yes.
but I'm just talking shit. We have one of our servers. His name is Pat, and that's like his go-to drink. And we just don't have Red Bull here.
So it
for many
stops that.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For many reasons.
Yeah, we just it's not even like not the crowd that we want. It's just not who we are.
Yeah.
Or just kind of like there's a drink. I don't know if Will Epps will ever see this, but when I was like a young 22, 24-year-old degenerate, and we would be out on Court Avenue, he had this drink. It was called LA Water.
Oh.
And it was like, what do you want to call it? It was like every liquor that you could possibly have.
Ooh.
And yeah, it wouldn't be a good night. So
that sounds
if somebody
terrible.
if somebody came in and ordered that, I'd probably like dap them up, but then I'd keep an eye on them. I'd be like, something's fucked up. Like,
you
just,
good?
be aware. Yeah, what's going on? So
you got an Uber coming, right? Because
you're not
you
driving?
shouldn't drive.
Yeah, so please don't. So
yeah, I vodka Red Bull is also the same for me. I'm like, because what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I always
it doesn't
laugh.
taste good.
It doesn't.
It's not. It doesn't taste good.
And it says right on the back of that Red Bull can not to mix with alcohol.
For
so
sure. You clearly don't care about authority or rules, which is fine. I don't for the most part, but like, health is
number one. Yeah. Well, also it's like you have an entire book full of specialty cocktails that people worked hard on.
I would prefer them to order one of those. But
yeah, if you really can't find anything in there, one, you're trying not to find anything.
Maybe you're the problem.
Yeah, maybe you're the problem. You're toxic. For sure. If you had to choose between a drink to never make again, an espresso martini.
To never make again?
Yeah.
Or to never like consume?
Yes, if you could never make it again, an espresso martini or an old fashioned.
Espresso martini. I like
Really?
old fashions too much. Yeah.
I love an espresso martini.
Sure. It's okay. I understand. Yeah.
But it is like the Red Bull vodka, because it's like you drunk but you awake, and that's, I love it, and I love the flavor. But then I think to myself, now I know I'm not going to sleep, and I know I'm going to have weird dreams when I try to sleep.
Yeah. That would also be a red flag one too. Like as I'm like handing the menu to some people, I won't be sexist or try to, but I'll hand it to women. And they'll be like, actually, do you have an espresso martini, or how is your espresso martini? And I'm like, it's really good, but like, so are all the other 14 drinks that we have on here, So like, I'm hoping,
out.
Yeah, we hope this place gets you out of your comfort zone a little bit. So.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, the whole vibe is a little bit leave your comfort zone and enter a different world and explore a little bit. So, yeah, while I understand people are like, they have their signature drink that they like, it's also like, yeah, just look at the menu.
Yeah,
like,
it'll be okay.
I'm the type, I like a pretty drink, and I like it to be sweet and pretty.
You picked a good one.
Yeah, and this is perfect. It was the first page. I flipped it open.
We know, we're intentional with that.
Yeah. It was meant for me. I don't like to be vain about that. I go for the look, but the ingredients looked wonderful as well, and the pictures are wonderful. Like, you guys go to a lot of work to make it aesthetically pleasing and palate pleasing. So that goes a long way.
Thank you.
So what would you say is like a hidden gem about the Contrary that people don't know?
Our staff.
Yeah.
And I think people do know, and genuinely, I think people come here to support, like our staff, or they know them from other places or their previous, employers and establishments. But yeah, I don't know if people recognize how much talent we have on our roster or just in this space. So yeah, it's for sure. Our squad is our hidden gem. Of just being like, damn, this people's cold, or like, I think aesthetically, if you like good looking things, if you like nice colors and just layouts, then like, it's kind of like there's an undeniable beauty that I think, it exudes in here, which is, I think that's cool. I think it's necessary. I think it's dope. But like, I think people make the biggest difference. And I think music is right next to it or underneath it. So I think those are the two things that just separate us, is the talent on our roster and just the sounds that we try to push out of here. So.
Yeah, the music is always on point whenever I'm in here. And yeah, like I said, the aesthetic, the colors are unique. I'm a Gemini. I love green.
Same.
You love green, or you're a Gemini?
Both.
Okay, so there we go. That's why we vibe. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And when you're like, we can send it, I'm like, oh, I matched the couch. Okay, this was meant to be. But yeah, I love somebody with a good eye for like good aesthetic and good music and just like an all over vibe. And I think you guys nail it on all the points, like across the board.
Try really hard.
Like, we're trying to have a line out the door. Come to the Contrary, guys.
Yeah, shut up.
And then I would think, like, for somebody that's got a dream like this, like, what would be your advice to somebody that's got a dream like this to do what you do, whether it's music or the Contrary or anything?
Make sure you really want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, the concept of the idea, like, oh, this shit sounds really good in theory. And when you put it into action, when you sign a loan, when your name goes out there, when the expectation, when the pressure, when all of those things starts to like compound, like, it's different. You don't get to back out. You don't get to leave. You don't get to like shift your direction. You don't get to do any of those things.
Right.
So
Lock
really,
in.
or just like not beyond locking in, like make sure this is like genuinely what you love to do.
Right.
And it's not performative. It's not for anybody else. It's not for show. It's like, I love this shit through and through. I love people. I love being for for good and for bad, I love to drink. I very much enjoy music. I enjoy just like hospitality, making people
Hmm.
feel at home. Like I love that shit, and I will do that in some capacity until the day I die. And so,
Yeah.
like, if this is God's blessing to do this in this moment in time, then I am gonna see this through to the best of my possibilities or my best of my capabilities, I guess, for um, at least as long as I can. And the second would be find your team, find your tribe,
Yes.
find beautiful people with better, spirits, souls than you can even imagine,
Yes.
and build with them, work with them, trust them, put them in positions to win, ask their opinions, listen to them, listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, collaborate,
Yes.
work really hard to like remove yourself from the thing. That's something that we've been talking about a lot. Or just I was very intentional of in regards to building this space was like the contrary should survive whether Billy is here or not, and whether that be in my physical form or my spiritual form or
Mm.
even just being here on this planet. Like if that's not the case, then we did something wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want to be talent dependent. I want to be like system and
Yeah.
organizationally very dependent. So I think that's something that we're trying to um, always hone in and work on.
Yeah.
And I think we're hopefully doing a good job at it. So,
Yeah. Those are all good.
yeah.
Those are all so
Yeah,
good.
thanks.
Um, I can't even pick like what the best one of those was, except listening to people,
Yeah.
listening to your team,
Yeah.
being able to
Listen to
remove
listen to people that
yourself.
love you and that you
Yeah.
love. You don't have to listen to everybody. A
Right.
lot of people are full of shit and
They are.
they're
Yeah.
bullshitting and they're like they don't want to see you like or they. It's like everybody can have an opinion, but I'm like, you don't even play this game,
Yeah.
or like, have you ever been to the NBA?
How you hating from outside the
Yeah.
club? You ain't even.
How you hate on LeBron James, but you can't dunk?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it. So yeah, you got to be intentional with who you're listening to. So
I agree with that. I'm big on finding your tribe, and it's something that I think a lot of people struggle with. And I mean, I even struggled with it for a long time because you don't find these people just easily. They're not just out like
no,
they're
no,
they're a hidden gem
yeah,
for a reason. Like they, you have to search for these people,
correct,
and it's worth the work to find them.
correct,
And when you build that tribe of people around you, and you realize like they love you for who you are, and they respect you, and you can all listen to each other and bounce ideas off, communicate, even when it's things you don't want to hear.
yeah,
I think that's the hardest point of the listening
yeah,
part is I think a lot of people shut down when they hear something they don't like. Um, I've been guilty of that in my youth.
we all have. It's okay. Yeah, we all
Yeah.
have. Yeah,
um, but there really is something to taking it in and just mulling it around in your brain for a while, and sometimes they're right, and maybe sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes you got to take your ego out of it.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need to let somebody else shine, and I think it's a learning curve for a lot of people. So it's admirable that you've kind of built this team and this tribe with everybody, and that it's like flowing,
Yeah,
because that's how it should be. I feel like with my teammates things just flow.
mm-hmm.
Like I know when it works and when it doesn't,
Correct.
and sometimes you have to make a call and be like, I love you but it don't work,
Yeah,
whether it's relationships, friendships, partnerships, whatever. But sometimes you just have to be like, okay.
yeah.
And yeah, if your heart's not in it, it's going to be empty, and
Don't do
people
that.
can tell.
Yeah, don't do it.
Like it's performative, and
Mm,
we're in a world full of influencers and
yeah.
performative people.
Yeah.
So the people that are real recognize the other real people, right?
I
Like
think
they
so.
see each other, and hopefully like they build a community.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, I've seen you in the community for years doing stuff, and I've been off building my little empire as well,
mm,
and it's always been in the back of my head like I got to talk to him at some point
yeah.
and pick his brain on who he is and what led you to music and what led you to building the Contrary and all of it. So yeah,
Well,
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting me do this.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for your time. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Thanks
yeah.
for the questions and all that. So.
Yeah, it's always a vibe. It's always a vibe at the Contrary. You said you have an album out.
I have a few out right now. I have one that's done.
Yeah.
I don't know when it'll come out. I
Okay.
don't want to give you a false date. I'll probably lie to you. So, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Would you recommend any of your albums or your songs for somebody that's trying to get to know you? Like something that you feel like embodies BWell.
I like Elegance a lot.
Mm.
It's like my second to last project.
Okay.
I have a self-titled one called Billy that I like a lot, and then Money Well Made. Those would probably be like the three that I would listen to. Money Well Made is a little more like braggadocious. Um, Elegance is
We like that though, right?
Yeah, I think Elegance is like a very diverse, eclectic sounding album. And Billy's probably like a big journal entry.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So that's a window into who you are.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate this.
Yeah,
This
no
has been amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben for this incredible drink.
Shout out to Ben for a lot of incredible
Yeah, yeah. He's
sure.
awesome. And the whole team is amazing. The aesthetic's amazing. Shout out to you, of course.
Thank you.
And yeah, thank you for letting us come in and do this twice now, technically. This is the full.
This one's more formal.
Yeah, this one's more formal. Last one I was like, yo, I'm coming through.
Yeah. It was getting rocked. Yeah,
it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. Like, we were standing outside, that door would open, and just the sound that would come out was just pure joy. And like people just having the best time. And you know, whenever Chrissy's around, it's like that.
Joyful.
Like it's soul, it's joyful.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think obviously this place brings so much of that, and there was so much love and just appreciation in the space that night. So yeah, thank you for letting us do this formal one finally. And everybody, come check out the Contrary over here in the East Village. You can't miss it. Right across the street from Woolies and up down. I promise you, this is a better time. This is just a better time. Bring your friends.
Not me.
What?
I said she said it, not me.
Hey, I'm a girl that likes a good aesthetic. I like some class and elegance and a good cocktail, of course. And so yeah, come check it out, especially if you're having a birthday. Ladies, this is the spot. Like, if you're looking for a good aesthetic for your pictures, and your drinks are going to be amazing. And he's in here every night.
Well,
right?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Like, yes.
What if they're coming for autographs? They're trying to meet you.
No, they're not.
No?
Ask for the bartender's autographs. Not mine. Yeah. I don't deserve it.
He does. He does.
They do.
Where can they find you outside of being in here?
Yeah. Follow our nonprofit that works with the Des Moines public school students, BWell Foundation. Otherwise, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, any of those things. I guess if you look up Billy Weathers or BWell, B_well_. And follow the Contrary DSM. So.
You heard him.
Yeah.
So this is the last word with Naya. We're out here at the Contrary in the East Village, Des Moines, Iowa. Check it out. It's a time. It's a ball, as we like to say. Thank you.
Thank you.